federal government continues its campaign against insecurity nationwide. And as part of efforts to combat the Lakurawa group, the government will deploy more military personnel and formations in the states where the terrorists operate. A special advisor to Sokoto State Governor on Security Matters, retired Colonel Ahmed Usman, said the federal government promised to deploy more security operatives to the state to tackle the group which attacked Mera village in Kebbi State and killed many residents on the 8th of November. The Niger State Commissioner for Homeland Security, Mohammed Bello, said the affected states are working with the federal government to eliminate the terrorist cell. All right, first of all, what's your opinion with this, on this matter? Now that they are deploying more troops, can we say that the end is in sight for the Lakurawa terror group?
Well, I want to believe so, but however, we need to also listen to some of the district heads in Sokoto who have been saying that the Lakurawa group is not a new group as such.
Okay.
That the group has been in existence for a very long time.
Okay.
The only thing is that they've not been attacking their hosts. The reason why attention is focusing on them now is because they had a disagreement with their host community. And this is also part of what we have always been talking about. Look, no group can exist as an island. They operate from somewhere. The district head was saying that the group, they know them. They know that they exist. And it's even sort of making an appeal to the federal government that the federal government should at least use the carrot first before using the stick. Because if they use the stick and they don't get them exterminated at once, they may pose bigger problems.
Bigger problem.
As much as I agree with that, but it is also part of the responsibility of the communities to report. Because look, most times we blame the military, we blame security agencies and all that. They, as that jingle on radio says, they are not spirits. It is people who live in the community that can give them information. So that team spirit needs to be built.
Okay.
The community and the security agent, they need to
work together.
Exactly. Because what I see here is that the group is spreading, and from Sokoto now, that's the northwest, they are going to north central and all that. The security agent needs to talk more with this district head around those areas to take them into confidence that, look, what exactly is happening? What is going on here? What are these groups demanding? What is the relationship between your community and the group?
The group.
So that they can be able to know what exactly to do. Because if you employ the carrot approach, will it work? And if you employ the stick approach,
will it work?
So these are the issues
that needs to be determined.
It is not every time that we need
military force.
Exactly. When you persuade them and you see that it doesn't work, then you can deploy your military. So
you're talking about kinetic and non-kinetic.
Exactly. Right. That's the issue they need to work out.
The Nigerian Senate, I think a few days ago, said that, they should come up with quicker ways, early warning. Now, he talked about district heads. Now, what should be the role of local governments, traditional rulers in the area of intelligence to make this matter known?
I'm sure the security apparatus, the security, the military, the army, the police, civil defense, and all of them, I know for sure that they work in tandem. The local authorities, the local government, and the traditional leaders across the north, not even northeast or northwest. For me, I'm just looking at the videos and I'm looking at this. We talked about this last week here. if we want to tell ourselves the truth, I'm looking at, most of them are youngsters, children, and they came from home. They all came from family units, in either Kebbi, Sokoto, now Kaduna, and Niger. They didn't come from mass. And they've been operating before now. We are treating them with kid gloves. For me, it's just flush them out. Days before, I think 4 days ago, Senator Adamu Aliero, former governor of Kebbi State, and senator representing, I think, is a senator from Kogi State, from Kebbi State, said the military has wiped out, in fact, he said they flushed out Lakurawa from Nigeria 4 days ago here. 4 days ago. And I'm so happy, like, how did they do it? How did they apply what type of magic wand did they apply in this case? He said it happened in a day, on Tuesday last week. And I was happy. I don't even care how, they went about doing it. What Nigerians need at this point is results. Results. I don't care how it happened, the methodology and all that. The fact that what Nigerians needs at this point is positive results, and that this group of terrorists has been wiped out. I was surprised when I heard today again that we need to deploy more. I think there's something that's not being told. Okay. And we have to be careful. This is exactly how Boko Haram emerged. Yes. And we started, they will fizzle out with time. No. These people need to be wiped. They know them. For me, I don't need a roundtable discussion with them. You came with an intention and you made it known to the government. So why would I sit with you?
Something is actually fueling this. Poverty, unemployment, illiteracy. What should the government be doing? We've tried all sorts of strategies. We've tried we've tried all sorts, but nothing has worked. So poverty, how do we tackle that issue?
You know what?
In the north.
You know what? Part of this problem lays squarely with the leadership in the north.
The northern leaders.
Yes, because in all honesty, I was born in the north, I grew up in the north, so I know the north very well. So it's not a case of sitting in Lagos and talking about the north.
It's something you know.
It's something I know. I grew up there. I spent about 34, 35 years there. So I know what I'm talking about. Now, the problem there is that, look, many of them, up till tomorrow, still see Western education as something that they should treat with a distance. And unfortunately, some of these people, in their own case, they have their own children embracing both Western and Quranic education. But the children of the lumpen proletariat, as they say, the poor people, they think, when we give them food or we give them arms and so on, it is.
So you think it's a deliberate?
Well, it is. It used to be deliberate. Oh well, I will agree that it is still deliberate. Okay. But now they are beginning to see that the problem they created
is coming back to haunt
them. And the best way to do it is, look, there's nothing wrong with giving your children religious education. Religious education, either Quranic or biblical or whatever or traditional, have their place, and the Western education should also have its place. Look, I know many Western educated men and women who still hold on to their Quranic belief, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. So why should you now think that you should not expose some people to this kind of education? The problem they have is, one, we said poverty. There will be poverty when you have a system where people think or believe that Allah that it's God that gives children. So if I have a wife, I can have as many as 10, 15 children, not thinking of how I'm going to take care of them, that God will take care of them. Yes, God will take care of them, but you will first of all do your own part.
Your own part.
Even our old parents, when they used to give birth to many children, why did they give birth to many children? Because they need them to work on the farm. They need them to, and they don't know which one will survive.
Exactly.
But now, science, education, and advancement has made sure of that. When you look at Bill Clinton has only one child. Obama, I think 1 or 2. So why? I mean, so even Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world, how many children does he have? So we must begin to,
lots of children.
you know, we must begin to look at this thing that look
Family planning,
and then the way they look at it, that education does not matter. Education matters.
Okay.
And that is the problem we are facing in that part of the country. Because there's a saying that says, he that is down need fear no fall. I've spent a lot of money training my child. So I'll be careful to have him join any kind of group. But the child that you don't train, he doesn't have any investment. Maybe the only investment he has is just his wheelbarrow. If that comes, he doesn't care. But you that you have invested in your own self or your education, you will think twice before you do this kind of thing.
Another issue here is our porous borders. These people just stroll in and out to Niger, to Chad. What strategy should be brought on? Should we be, having a strong conversation with our immigration and customs, or they are helpless?
You just pointed out a problem now. I just pointed out a problem, which means what we need next is a solution. Our porous borders. I don't know why we cannot man our borders. You need to see some of those borders you just mentioned. Some, you can live in Nigeria and go pee in the night in the other country. I mean, we need to get serious. We need to get serious. Majority of these people you're seeing are not even Nigerians. They just stroll into Nigeria. Of course, Nigeria now compared to other, other countries in the fringes of,
So what do you suggest? We build a wall.
We should build. Trump, you just said it. I will ask you. Do you have the resources? No. Listen. We can actually do it if we're serious. If they are beginning to pose a problem for us, what else do we need to do? You can build a wall. We have the resources to do so. That's all. Because if you say, okay, let immigration handle it, immigration in Southwest here alone, they failed in manning our borders, talk less of the North. If we can build a fence, a wall across, let's do it.
Well,
are we not?
Well, we
can do it. You just said. I mean, the only thing that can hinder us is the funding.
Who should pay for the wall? So Nigeria pay for the wall, or do you?
No, you see,
but anyway,
we also have his own challenges. I mean,
we must have some of an entrance point into this country.
Exactly, that's the important thing. You see, anywhere in the world, there is no country that has succeeded in building.
We're not achieving 100%. But let's do something. Let's do something.
Slow. For instance, if you go to Benin now, there are some points that
Benin Republic.
They are just the same, almost the same, going and coming. So I mean, it's just that some of these things, we have that problem, but some of these things will be solved if we have our head in the right place. Because that's the problem.
All right, gentlemen. We need to go.
You must have gates.
Yes.
Recognize gates.
Oh, gates. Okay.
You don't just put a bench or somewhere and say that's the entrance to Nigeria.
All right, gentlemen. We need to go on the script break now. Don't go anywhere. It's still Journalist Hangout.